I want to talk about a platform today that has completely transformed the way that I move stock as a reseller. And honestly, I really wish I'd started using it sooner. I'm talking about Whatnot. And if you've never heard of Whatnot, it is essentially a live selling platform, but I'm going to get into every single detail in this video and everything you need to know if you're just starting out as a beginner reseller. I'm going to break down exactly how this platform works, my experience with it as well, how you can actually start to make real money from this platform, and everything you need to know to get started. Hi Fleek family, welcome back to the channel. It's so good to see you. If you're new here, don't forget to smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, and turn the bell notification on so you never miss when we post. What is Whatnot? That's the question, isn't it? So let's get into it. So Whatnot is essentially a live selling app platform similar to what you do on Vinted, except you can hold the garments up in real time and sell them in as quick as a second, really. It's that simple. Think about it like QVC, if you know about that. That was like a live selling platform on the telly a few years ago. People could ring up and bid and buy things literally from their living room. And that's essentially what Whatnot is in a modern day fashion. So essentially what you do is you go live, you show the items, people bid on them. You can start them at any price that you want to, set from £1, £5, £10 if you really want to. And then once people have bid on them, you literally just ship them out. And that's as easy as that. And usually you can literally buy stuff from wholesale and literally sell it that same day. That's how good this platform is. It's not exclusively live shows either, so you can actually schedule your show in advance so people can bookmark it and save it. Actually essentially building a community over there, so you're building a following. That's more important. As much as sales are, the following matters as well, because every time you go live, your followers will get notified. I found out about Whatnot, I think it was around a year or 2 years ago, and I thought to myself, why haven't I found this sooner? Also, the thing that I really like about Whatnot is you see some similar faces, and you're always going to have new first-time buyers, but you do seem to find that you do build a community, and if people like what you've got, they'll always come back. So you can also make friends on the app as well. Plus, it's also really good to connect your social media. You can shout that out in the live stream, and essentially you can have new followers following you on Instagram and you can follow them back as well. So let's just talk about my first ever Whatnot show. My first Whatnot show was a bit of guesswork, if I'm really honest. I had really no idea what I was actually doing. I had my stock piled up around me, literally how it is in the background right here. And of course, I was so nervous, like if things were going to go wrong, and also just talking out loud for the first time, because it literally is just yourself talking to yourself. You are talking to other people, but you are just going to hear the sound of your own voice. And I will be honest, when you first start out, the view count is so low, but don't let that put you off. But even with a small audience, I still sold items. I think I actually made around 30 sales on my first live stream. People who are on Whatnot are there to buy. That's why it's a live selling app. You know, it's a shopping app. People are there to discover new pieces and buy new pieces. They're not just scrolling mindlessly like they are on TikTok and Instagram. They're actually looking for new clothes, bargains, maybe even to resell the stock themselves. Essentially, they're in a buying mode, and that changes everything. After my first show, I was just entirely hooked, and I was ready to just do this once a week or maybe even 2 times a week. It was that fun. Now this brings me to, how do Whatnot shows actually make you money? Now there's a couple of ways that you can make money on Whatnot. They do offer some promotions. I think when I first started, if I streamed for so many hours, I would get a bonus on top of that provided by Whatnot. Again, I'm not sure if that's still available, but it's definitely worth checking it out. Now, live auctions are obviously where you're going to make the real money. If you start them anywhere between £1 to £5, that's a real nice little gold way of thinking, because it enables the buyer to bid up the price if they actually really want it. And if there's 2 people that really want it, then there can be a bidding war, and that is my favorite thing to see. But like I said, you can start the bidding at any price you want. So even if the garment is worth £30, sell it for £30. People are going to buy it if they really like it. But personally, what I tend to do is a lot of clearance stock on there between £1 to £10, and start the bidding as low as possible so that people feel like they've got a bargain. If stock has been sat around for a while and it's not moving on Vinted and Depop, then it's probably time to do a Whatnot show. All you need to do is gather around 30 to 50 pieces, or maybe 20 if you're just first starting, and then sell those pieces at a lower start price, because they might even go for more. A lot of the time, the stock that you're trying to sell is dead stock. It's not bad stock, it's just not getting the eyes on the other platforms, but somebody on Whatnot is guaranteed to check out with it. And you'd actually be surprised, because like I say, if there's a bidding war, things can go for way more than you actually thought they were worth in the first place. I've had items start for £5 and sell for £25. It's been that insane, and I genuinely would recommend this to anyone first starting out. out. The other way that you can make money through Whatnot is to use the fixed price items category, which is also known as the buy it now section. Do this before you start your show, so you'll prep maybe 10 to 15 or 100 items if you really want to, with the picture ready to check out so the buyer can send you offers during the show, and that is lifetime as well. Basically, so that you can add the items that are worth more than just £5. It allows the buyer to buy those in real time and see what you actually stock as a shop as well. And this is really great if you don't want to risk those items selling too cheap if you know they're worth more. Whatnot will take a small commission fee on each sale that you make, but the volume adds up, especially if you're selling a lot during the stream. And of course, if the item's been sat around for a long time, it's better to have money in your pocket than it's sitting on the rails. Which brings me to talk about what I sell and how do I source it. So I source all of my stock, Fairy Core, Harley Davidson t-shirts and waistcoats all through an app called Fleek Vintage Wholesale. And of course, we're Fleek Vintage Wholesale. Fleek is essentially a wholesale marketplace where you can buy loads of different products and we will have exactly what you're looking for. And if we don't have what you're looking for, then you can actually put a demand in through the app and hopefully someone will get back to you. I've been using Fleek now for around 2 years and I've never looked back. It's literally the main source of supply where I get all of my waistcoats, everything like that. This is so much better if you're looking to buy stock in bulk as well, because you can handpick all of your stock, especially if you're doing a Whatnot show. You can buy stuff really, really cheap and sell it for more as well. Plus, it means that you'll actually get your time back, so it saves you going through to car boot sales and charity shops and looking for those items when Fleek literally has it at your fingertips. I always focus my time sourcing on Fleek, especially for my waistcoats. They would be like my niche or my hero product, as we've spoken about before, just because of the fact that they are seasonal and honestly, they are just consistent sellers for me. They just photograph brilliantly as well. And not just that, but my Whatnot buyers really love them as well. There's something about a waistcoat going up online and it just selling so fast, and without Fleek, I would not be able to do that. But the key to Whatnot is to have enough stock to keep that show fast-paced and moving and have new stock coming in all the time. And Fleek allows you as a business owner to do that. I would recommend, if you're just starting out, to do one show per week with around 30 curated items. And I always have bundle deals ready, especially if somebody wants to buy multiple items for me and knock a few pounds off. As long as people feel like they've got a bargain and you're buying your stock in cheap and then selling it for more, that's a win-win situation. And if you want to check out Fleek today, then it is linked in the description box below. Download the app and let us know how you get on. Which now leads me to talk about naming your show, which is the most crucial part. Now, your show name matters more than you actually think it does. It needs to tell people exactly what you're selling and who you are as a shop. Like vintage Western waistcoats, £5 starts, is more clickable and searchable than just Chloe's live, that's for sure. Just be specific with what you're actually typing and make sure that you use keywords that buyers are searching for. Words like haul, bundle, Y2K, vintage, sale, clearance, bargains, anything like that really works, and it usually gets a lot of views. Also, try to be consistent when scheduling your shows as well, so people know when to expect when you're going live. For example, you might go live on a Wednesday evening at 5:30. Maybe just do that consecutively over the next 4 weeks. Then buyers really gauge when you're going to go live and they know exactly where to find you. I'd also recommend as well sharing the post to your story on Instagram or TikTok, or even making a small promotional video as well to let other customers who don't know you that you're going live, and maybe show some of the pieces that are going to be featured in your show as well. Something that I found in this game is that the more that you show up consistently on the platform, especially a platform like Whatnot, Whatnot recognizes that, and it actually will push you further into the search and maybe even rank you higher on the actual listing page as well. Before we wrap up, I just want to talk on a few things I found for me personally that have just worked really well. There's a few top tips that you might want to write down and take a note, especially if you're going live for the first time. One of the things is to create a quality listing. I can show you how to do that here. It's really, really simple. And all you need to do is fill in as much of the information as possible, but then set the quantity to 100 if you have 100 pieces, or if you've got 30 pieces, for example, because it actually means that one will run after the other and you don't have to make individual listings. It literally will just run off each one. I didn't know this when I first started, so I was making loads of individual listings and that took so much time. So this is a little top tip to note. Just literally set the quantity to 100 and also make sure the shipping profile is correct for the items that you sell in as well. You can change this during the show. But each one will basically be numbered 1 to however many that you sell, and it's so much easier. And you also get video receipts as well. So if you don't actually know what you've sold, you can go back into the video receipts off the buyer that paid for it, and you can actually look at what that item was, which is a really nice tip to know as well. The other thing I would say is as well is there's a lot of people who use numbers. You can buy these on Amazon in a pack, or you can buy them from eBay. There's loads of different options that you can do this. What you'd essentially do is when the item sells during the live show, you would basically just hook this little number onto it, so you know that that's number 12. That is literally the item that's sold, and it's so much easier than trying to write it down in the show. And then afterwards you just take the numbers off the hangers. You've got the clothing ready to bag, and all you'd have to do is look at what the buyers bought and then just go through each number. And when you know the numbers, it's just so much easier. I've just found that it's really easy. And of course, I made those myself. And they're really simple to make. All you need is paper, a pen, and a hole punch. That's it. I did not buy mine on eBay. I did mine the DIY style way, which is also something really good if you don't have that budget yet to actually invest. I do it like this anyway because I think I've got the tools around me, and you just kind of make and mend with where you can as a reseller. We made these out of card. There you go. Painted them with watercolors, and it just works. So yeah, there's loads of different ones. You can do them in any color. You could probably add little fancy things on them as well. But then you just hole punch the top as well so that the hanger can sit through. And that's pretty much how it works. So these will just save you so much time as a reseller. So if you can make these or if you can buy them, I would recommend that you do that. Shipping is really simple as well. You get a prepaid label through Royal Mail. That's something to just note. And that's really handy as well because you don't have to go in and buy all of the shipping separately. It's all done for you, which is a really useful thing to have, especially as a reseller. Like, you don't want to be spending more time doing that when you've just prepped a show. I think that pretty much covers everything that you need to know when you first get started. That's just a few little tips, but definitely set the quantity to 100 and make sure that you've got your cards ready because it's going to literally save you so much time. That was something I was really nervous about when I first started. So having this knowledge and being able to tell you that this is what you have to do feels really good and exciting because you're going to be one step ahead of me when I was first starting out, that's for sure. Whatnot is genuinely one of the most underrated platforms for resellers in 2026. If you've got stock that's sitting on Depop and Vinted and it's not moved for maybe like 6 months, do a Whatnot show and watch it fly. And to be honest, the energy of a Whatnot show is just something that you cannot find on Depop and Vinted. That accessibility to order from a wholesaler and do an unboxing. So you could make an unboxing show. That would be so cool. And I've done one of those before. Essentially, what you do is unbox the wholesale live and start it for the money that you want it for. And then people can bid on it in real time. I think as well, like doing it this way saves you so much time, especially if you can buy wholesale in, unbox it, show the garments to the customers. It's literally just like, I have boxes around me of wholesale that I've not even photographed yet. I'll be putting these flares on Whatnot at some point this week or next week. On Retro Clothes Shop, we try and go live at least 3 times a week on a Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Feel free to join my shows as well if it's something that you want to get into. I'm happy to help you and give you tips and stuff as well, so feel free to message me at any time. But I'll also link as well Fleek in the description box below because this is perfect if you're looking for a wholesaler, especially for Whatnot shows and you have no idea where to start. Fleek is the way forwards, and you'll also get a discount as well when you sign up as a first-time customer. I'll leave the link in the description box below for you to go and download the app today. That's literally where I source everything for my live shows. Give this video a like if it's helped you in any way, and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn that notification bell on so you never miss when we post. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one.